Good morning, guys, everywhere around the world. People of Africa is back again with another video. So now in this video, I'm going to teach you how to trade, how to analyze a daily time frame, and when to trade according to daily time frame. So this video is going to be very helpful to everyone who's trading the smart money concept. So now I want you to understand this thing. There's this thing that I want to share with you now. So take a good look of this at this picture. You can see that the market was happily trending to the downside. Like here, as you can see, if you can check around these areas here, the market has been trending to the downside, continuously giving us the lower highs and lower lows. Went to the downside like this, then it went up, it went to the downside, and then it went up. Let me try to use the different color so that you will see the colors, or I mean what I'm illustrating on this chart. So now the market, it was giving us something like this. It was happily trending to the downside, giving us the move down, lower low, the move up, the move down, the move up, giving us the lower high, and then the move to the downside. This was the final lower low here. So the question is, this is the question of mine. Remember, if the market is now changing the structure, as you can see that the market it went up like this, it came back to the downside. Why did the market come back for this area here? The answer is here. I'm going to give you an answer. So if you can check here, guys, if you can check here, traders here, this was not the final lower low. This move right here was the final lower low. This one was our final. Let me try to use. Let me use this one here. This was our final lower low here. The question is, what pushed the market up to this area here, up to this low, to this far? What was the reason? The reason was to collect whatever liquidity that was below, that was resting underneath this low here. I hope it's clear now. Why did the market go inside here? Why did it go inside? I mean, below this low? The reason for that was to grab whatever liquidity that was resting below here. So what pushed the market up to this far? That is the question that you must ask yourself. All right, let me answer that question. So what you must do, you must mark the last up move before the down move. The last up move before the down move, like this. This whole area right here. You mark this area, the last up move before the down move, because it resulted the market to break this low, to create what the new low, in order for it to deceive retail traders, thinking that the market is still going to the downside. If they apply, let's apply the retail trend line and see what happened. You see what happened here. This was the, if you go down to smaller time frame, you will see that this is the whole area here, they sold here. Let me go to 4 hour time frame. I want this video to take only a few minutes. Right. So if you can see, if you can check here, you can see that according to retail trading style or trading method, now they sold the market here because of this lower low. But this lower low, in fact, it was to grab liquidity. Oh, this thing is clear on the 4 hour time. Let me show you what I meant by saying you must mark up the final lower high. You mark the final lower high and then the final lower low. This was the final lower high. This one was the final lower high according to smaller time frame. This was the last down bearish candlestick before the bullish candlestick. You mark it up like this. All right. So you would have taken this trade here. but you mark up the lower high. All right. So you ask yourself, why did the market break below this low? It was to grab liquidity, it wanted to grab liquidity below this low, whatever liquidity that was resting below. That was the reason why the market pushed up below this low. And then we knew that the market was continuously giving us lower highs and lower lows. It was going bearish, it was going down. And then this low here was to deceive traders, thinking that the market is still going down. Then the retail trend line method, it was here. Right, it was here. Then they sold the market here because they've already gotten the first touch, the second touch, then the third touch. They sold the market right exactly here. The market went to the downside, then it went back up, and it went up again, taking their stop loss, taking them out here, taking the retail traders out here. Okay, but my point is this. What caused the market to push underneath this low? It was because of this. I'm going to be very, very short on this one. This order block was the reason why the market went below this low. So this the market will go up, but eventually it will come back for this area right here. For this one here, for this area here, because of this. Let me repeat that. You mark up the final lower high and lower low. Okay, let me try to make this thing simple just by doing some illustrations here. Let's say the market is giving us something like this. Let's say the market was trading like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You see now, you have to mark up the final lower low and also the final lower high, because there was this low here. This lower low was to grab liquidity that was underneath this low. The market will come back for this high, for this lower high. Because here there is something, there's an order block, maybe there's an order block for sure here that caused the market to push to go underneath this low. This supply is the one that caused the market to go underneath this low. There was a demand here, if you can remember, there was a demand here. Okay, let me start like this. There's a supply, a demand, a supply, a demand, a supply, a demand, a supply, a demand. So this is the supply that caused the market to break this demand. So therefore, this supply is very much stronger. This supply is stronger, is very much stronger, and also this one, it is also very much strong. But the market will go up, then come back for this low, for this lower high here, and then shoot to the downside. That is what I meant. Let me go back to the video, to this chart. Look at this now. I'm done explaining these things now. So I'm going to end this video anytime soon. So you can see that this was a supply or the order block that caused the market to go to the downside. You see, this was the final bullish candle. This one here, the drop base drop. So this was the final push bullish candlestick. Then this is the one that resulted the market to go underneath this demand. You see, this is the supply or an order block, if you want to call it like this, and then here this was the demand. You see, but this supply here, it broke this demand. Therefore, this supply is very much stronger. You've already gotten the break of market structure here. If I want to tell you that, if you see that, this is a break of market structure here, right? A minor break of market structure here, and then, but still the market is coming back down below this low. You think you're already buying the market here, but the market is coming back here. All right, so now you mark up the final supply that was introduced, or the final lower high, the final supply that was introduced to take out the liquidity. So one thing that you must wait to see, you see that this is the supply, and then it is valid. Push the market to the downside, creating the new lower low. Once the market break the structure, break the supply here. You want to see the market breaking the supply once again. The market broke the supply, this supply here. It was broken by this move, right? Or maybe let me just use this one, because that break of market structure is not clear and clean. You see, the market, it went here, came to the downside, right? For this last down candlestick before the up move, and then it went back up. It reaccumulated here. This is the reaccumulation area. I'm going to teach you what is the reaccumulation, how to spot it in the chart, but not today. So this was the reaccumulation. The market took long. You see, one candle, remember, it takes 4 hours to complete. So the first 4 hours, the second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took 6. So if you say 6 multiplied by 4, you can see it took so many hours to leave this area. Why? Because of this strong supply that broke the market to the downside. This is the supply that broke the market, that broke this low, that pushed the market underneath this low. So this supply is very much strong. That is why the market, it took longer to break above this supply. So this area is very much interesting. That is why you see the market coming back down here, exactly this area, and then it took off after respecting this area. So what is the following, what you can do now, because I'm done talking about this. No, I'm coming to this other block now. All right. You have to mark it up. Or before we can even mark it up, let me go back to daily time frame now. Let me go back to daily time frame. You must apply your Fibonacci. Once you get this, remember that the market, let me just try to delete all the drawings first. The order block is supposed to be taking the 50%. So this candle, this 1, 2, form part of an order block, not this one only. Let me show you what I'm talking about. What do I mean about that? It must be the bearish candlestick must take 50%, then the bullish must take what? 100%. So you can see this is what I mean. You see, everything is being measured. It's measured in this market. You see, this was the 50%. I told you before I even applied the Fibonacci on this thing. The bearish candlestick takes 50% of the bullish candlestick. This is the confirmation that this is indeed an order block. That is the first thing that we must take note of. This candle must be 50% of this one. We take 50% of the bearish candlestick, then 100% of the bullish. So the Fibonacci does not lie. Now, let me just tell you, let me just mark up an order block and show you how to mark it up. From this candle, not this one only, because the market might not reach this one. Okay, you must know that. So you mark up from this one, you take only the bodies, because the wicks differ according to our brokers, to different brokers that we use. So now let me try to Fibonacci, apply the Fibonacci from the low up to the high. This is the high of the day. This is the high of the day, then the low of the day. But I like to include this week here, of the last period candlestick, not this one. So you're going to mark from the 61.8% up to 79%. That's where your entries are. From here up to 79%. I hope you enjoy my teaching. So if you enjoy them, like each and every video that I post, and then drop the comment below. So now, this is what happened. This is what will happen. the market will come back and play inside here. So you must wait for something like, I'm not saying that once you see the market coming back here, that you must take your buy entries here. I'm not saying that. All right, I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that you must monitor when the price reaches, as soon as the price reaches this area here, you must go down to smaller time frames and then wait for the break of market structure. On the smaller time frames, you'll see the market coming back down like this. Let me try to delete this one. Delete it. You'll see the market coming back down like this, like this, like this, like this. Now, once the price reaches this area here, you must go down to smaller time frames. You're looking for the break of market structure on the smaller time frames inside this area, and then you're looking for the retracement. You take your buys here. You allow the market to push up. Simple as that is. This is straightforward. You don't have to analyze the market on the daily time frame and then take your trade on the daily time frame. It is not done like that. It is not done like that at all. So you must, once the price reaches here, you have to monitor it on the daily time frame. Once it gets inside here, once it touches the 61.8%, you must go down to smaller time frames and then monitor the smaller time frames. You are waiting for the break of market structure on the smaller time frames. You'll see something like this in the smaller time frame, like this. Once you get the first break of market structure and then the break of market structure is happening inside this area, you must wait for the retracement and then you take your entries, your buys here. You will win 95% of the time if you trade the market like this. I promise you. So this is the only pattern that you're waiting to see on the daily time frame. This pattern here, this one here, order block, it tells you that, hey, there might be there might be potential reversals now, because the break of market structure occurred here, the second break of market structure here. So you must wait for the market to come around this one, then you take your trade to the upside. So thank you so much, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like it. I mean, you do what? You subscribe and then you like the video and then you comment below. Let me know what you think about the video, and then tell me what more that you want from me. That maybe let's say you want me to do a video based on the Wyckoff schematic. Just let me know on the comment section. So even here, you can see that here there's something interesting here. Because if I mark this order block here, this breaker block, mark it up, you come here. It is aligning with what? Okay, let me just remove this. It is aligning with the imbalance. This imbalance. If you don't know the imbalance, what is the imbalance, you must go check my videos, my videos about the imbalance on this channel. But I will come back with the video talking about that will help you how to trade the imbalance. So this is the very interesting area. It is aligning with this order block. So I'm expecting something like this. I'm expecting to buy. I want to buy the market somewhere here. Somewhere here, right? I want to buy the market somewhere here. But I won't blindly buy here. I will monitor when the price reaches inside this area. I will go to 5-minute time frame and monitor the price there. So thank you so much, guys. Make sure that you subscribe, you share, and like my videos. Thank you so much. I'll meet you on the next video. Thank you so much. Enjoy.